Welcome to the Tsu Guide, your guide to everything Tsu, tips, tricks, and strategies. You don't know what Tsu is? You're about to find out. Hello everyone, it's Brian with the Tsu Guide, the Tsu.Expert if you will. You can find our Tsu Guide at Tsu.Support or Tsu.Expert. Come take a look, we've got lots of tips here to help you out. Had some questions about the last video we put out. It wasn't so much about the financial piece as far as how the distribution of ad revenue went in the Tsu network, but it had more to do with the building your network on Tsu, and that's what we're going to talk about today, because not only do you earn ad revenue on the updates that you make, but you also receive a portion of the revenue from your family tree. So I'm going to talk today about the family tree and then also about expanding your family tree. So I'll go ahead and come to my page, and up at the very top of the screen there's the Tsu symbol that will take you to the next page here, and we're going to talk on the left hand side the family tree, and specifically my family tree. So I'll go ahead and click on that, and here we are. So there I am in the center, and that's me hanging out, and it says here 113 children. I've got 379 followers, 269 friends, and these are all new children, 113, and that reference will be used throughout when you're talking with people in the Tsu network. So I've got a total of 523 people in my network, 113 children. The friends and followers, that's exactly what you're familiar with existing media platforms. But the number for the network, that 523, has to deal with the total number of people that have not only been brought into the network by me, which would be my children, but those that have been brought into the network by my children. So it's my extended family, if you will. So my immediate families would be the 113, my children. My network would be those people brought people in. So we'll go ahead and I'll go to the next page here, which I want to bring up an image, and I'll bring that up real quick. Alright, so here's the shared economics on Tsu that we talked about last time, and it had to do with David sharing content and how that ad revenue was shared along his family tree. So we'll talk once more on this to try to give you a sense of what's going on here. So in this example, they had David down here very far down the line. David came into Tsu because of all these people above him, all right? So Allison was the original person on Tsu here that invited Brian, who invited Charlotte, and then invited David. So this is actually Allison's family tree. So her child in this case would be Brian, and Brian's child would be Charlotte, and Charlotte's child would be David. Well, all of these people below the family tree are in Allison's network, but her child is just Brian, and Charlotte would show up as Brian's child. So that's how that works. But Allison, being at the head of this family tree, she still gets a percentage of people down her line. So in this case, Brian's child, Charlotte, and David. So David, we had talked about this dollar value and how that worked. Allison still receives a portion of that ad revenue because this is her family tree, and she's responsible for helping to grow and share the Tsu network with other people. So that's basically how the family tree concept works as far as revenue. So Allison can receive money off of ad sales even if the content that was used to create those ad sales was not created by her, but it was created down her family tree. So even if she didn't bring on Charlotte or bring on David, she still gets a portion of that. So what we're encouraging people to do right now is to grow their family tree and make children like Brian, lots of other children, and you want productive children that'll go out there and bring other people into the network, because if you're above them, that'll help you out financially even if you aren't. Alright, so let's talk about ways to build your network on Tsu. Start with existing platforms that you already have. So if you already have an account on Facebook, that's a great place to start, because these are most likely friends and families and people that you can start talking to about Tsu as you make your transition. Maybe you're not going to go completely off Facebook, but you're going to make your transition maybe away and make Tsu your primary social network platform. Let them know about Tsu and educate them. And that's when you want to come to the Tsu Guide, which can be found at Tsu.Support or Tsu.Expert, and use a lot of the images that we've created. We have a lot of content here on this site. And if you're not a member yet and you want to come on to Tsu, you can come to us via Tsu at tsu.co/Tsu-Guide and complete a registration form, and we will bring you on board. This is your invitation into the Tsu network. But if you already have your invitation and you're already trying to expand your network, start with your Facebook, move on to your LinkedIn profiles or anything else that you may have, any other social media platform, but use the tools that you have available to you on the Tsu Guide to help spread the information about Tsu. So that's Tsu.Support or Tsu.Expert. And then